Hey,
Hey,
everyone.
what's going on?
It's Iko,
And it's Damian Hamlet.
and welcome to
Tea
Tea
with
with
Tanisha
Tanisha O.
O.
So, today, guys, I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Hope you guys are enjoying your day. A beautiful Monday to start the week.
Strap on your seatbelts and let's get ready for a wild ride.
So, the topic for today.
Today we're talking about gratitude. We're talking about gratitude and abundance. Yeah. Today we're talking about gratitude and abundance. Wait, hold on. Yeah. So let's go into today. Gratitude. I know typically some people might have a forgiving heart. We just talked about that yesterday.
No, we touched on forgiving God.
All right. A forgiving heart. Man. All right. Well, a forgiving heart can yeah.
All
right,
last minute changes.
Yeah, last minute changes. A forgiving heart can be basically like learning a lesson. Like I'll talk about my lesson. I used to smoke. I mean, I used to smoke a lot, and we all know that like smoking is unhealthy. And I mean, I used to smoke to the point that I almost got like put out of school and put out of my house. So I would say a forgiving heart is learning from a mistake. So as soon as I stopped smoking, that's when my entire life changed. My grades went up. I lost 35 pounds. Then I gained like 15 pounds of muscle. And, everything just started falling into place. So like a forgiving heart is learning from your previous mistakes or where you went wrong in life. And like that can go into like saying if you killed someone, say if you killed someone and you went in prison, what makes you a forgiving heart? Well, what are you doing while you're in prison? Are you in prison trying to be a tough guy and you're hurting more people, or are you in prison actually forgiving yourself for what you did? And all right, hold on. And like what did you do in order to forgive yourself for the pain that you caused other people?
Right.
Like you might cause pain, but like, do you forgive yourself for the pain you caused? Like, because that all ties into your heart. Like how you feel when you do forgive. Like, you might do something bad, but learning from your mistakes. Because once you learn from your mistakes, no matter where you are in your environment, you'll get better. Like as long as you forgive, just writing, I forgive myself. I forgive who I harmed. I forgive the family that I harmed. That all ties into your heart. Because if your heart is healthy, no matter how old you are, then the people around you will be better, and the people who see you will also have a forgiving heart and a healthy heart.
Yeah, that's true. About forgiving heart, I would say having a heart open enough in order for you to forgive someone. Like not having an unhealthy heart. Always got to make sure that your heart is healthy so that you're able to forgive someone and spread love to other people.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I would say forgiving heart is.
What about the parents' forgiveness towards their children? Well, that's big. Parents toward their children. Well, we all know that, kids these days, they run amok. They're wild boys. So like, so I would say like parents forgiving the children. I mean, I'm growing up. I was pretty tough, man. I was a wild dude. And like one thing that I always loved my parents is like they constantly forgave me. Damien, you got in trouble, and they would forgive me. Like I remember I got in trouble. I did something. I went to California. I came back home, and I'm just like, what am I supposed to do? I got into this big altercation with my mom and my dad, and I'm just like, what am I supposed to do? So my parents enrolled me into school, and like I'm on my last leg. I mean, I'm on my last everything. Like, Damien, if you get in trouble, Damien, if you mess up, you know, you're getting put out the house, like, just straight up, you know, you're on your final. And like, next thing you know, I go to school, I play basketball, I change my life, you know, I write this movie, and you know, like, things are just looking up for me. Don't touch me. I'm like, yeah, and you know, things are just like looking better, and like, you know, when my parents forgave me, and when the people around me forgave me, that like, that allowed me to forgive myself. Like, when people forgave me, that allowed me to forgive myself, and that allowed me to look at myself like, okay, people forgave me. All right, now I'm about to forgive myself. Now I'm about to change my ways. So like, for your parents, like, I wouldn't say it always starts with your parents, because the Bible says if a man doesn't like work for himself or work towards something, that he won't, you know, he won't grow, be better. The one thing about me is I always worked. Like, no matter what, I was always working, and I was always getting better. And once my parents saw that I was working, getting better, like, that's when they started putting more and more into me. So I was able to change, and I was able to do better. But I mean, I took my bruises, I took a couple hits, but you know, I learned.
Yeah, that's the key.
One thing I did, I learned.
I would say, without forgiving your children or showing your children how to forgive, they might grow up holding a grudge towards people. Like, they won't know how to forgive because you never taught them how to forgive. And so when they get older and they're having these grudges towards people, they'll just lash out and spit all this hate towards them. And then when someone else forgives them, they just won't forgive them. They'll continue to have this hate inside their heart because they never knew how to forgive, or they were never or they were never shown forgiveness in their home.
Yeah. You know, oh yeah, good job. You know, my mom, she brought up a very, very powerful message today. Let me see that. She said, "Do you think people should wait for others to forgive them before they forgive myself?" And I remember one time, you know, I got into this big altercation at my mom's birthday. And I went to California, and my mom, she had sent me this letter where she was just like, you know, I forgive you. Don't bump me again. I forgive you, you know, like, I forgive you, I forgive you. No, she was basically saying she forgives herself. She was basically saying she forgives herself, she forgives herself. And I'm reading it, and I'm just like, you know, what does this mean? What does this mean? And it wasn't until where I got home, and I was able to change. Like, I was able to see what she meant, because like, I was when I got back to California and I was in school, I'm just seeing all the crazy things that I'm doing. And it wasn't until after I got into school, after coronavirus came in, where I'm at home, and I'm looking at my past, at this past like 2 or 3 years, and I'm just like, okay. And then I started realizing how do I remember all these people who were trying to like do something, and all the fights and arguments that I got in that school, and I had all this animosity in my heart, and I'm just like, dude, I'm tired of holding on to this. And I'm just like, how do I forgive these people? So I get a pen and paper, and I said, I, Damien, totally forgive whatever their name, totally and unconditionally. And I mean, I'm writing this down, and like, I got a whole journal just filled with I forgive you totally and unconditionally. And sooner or later, like, everything just started going away. Like, I mean, so like, one thing about me, I believe like, you don't have to like have a talk with someone like, oh dude, let's talk about forgiving. No, you get a pen and your paper, you say, I, whatever my name is, totally forgive you, you know, unconditionally. And you keep it moving, because forgiveness is with yourself. You know, if I look at someone, and I mean like, and I'm holding on animosity to them towards something I did a year ago, I'm just like, come on now. You know, like,
Yeah.
what are we doing about this? I don't need to talk to you. I don't need to argue with you. You forgive me, I forgive you. Okay, you go left, I'll go right. We're finished.
Yeah.
Straight like that.
Yeah, that's good. I would say, don't wait for other people to forgive you, because they may never forgive you. You know, when you're waiting for other people to forgive you and they don't forgive you, then you're disappointed in them and in yourself. because you waited so long for someone to say, I forgive you, and it just never came. So I would just say forgive someone else first before you think about them forgiving you, because it may never come. People may never want to forgive you, but as long as you forgive them, it doesn't matter if they forgive you or not, as long as you know that you forgave them.
Yeah, and that all comes down to like to energy. Like if say if you got in an argument with someone, and like your energy, you wrote down, you did all your homework, you did all your calculus, I forgive, da 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 da, totally, and whatever, and that person is like, yo, dog, I'm about to repay, da 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 da, I'm about to get this dude, and you're like, you know what, I'm done with this dude. You know what happens? That dude's coming towards you. You did all your homework. You're like, what? I'm gone. Next thing you know, that person, he falls. You crushed that scorpion. You feel me? Because you did all your homework and you forgave them, and that person is pretty much finished. So I mean, that's just how forgiveness works. That's just love.
I would say, yeah, don't wait for other people to forgive you, because, yeah, just don't do it, because it may never come. Just forgive first. Yeah, that's what I would say. That's it for this topic today. We want to thank you. We want to thank you guys for listening in, and from our family to yours. We'll see you tomorrow. We love you.
See you tomorrow. Ciao.